There we go. Okay, let's burn some sage and I'll get the last 3 signs done for the weekly love readings. I don't know about you, but it's Easter holidays for me, so I'm well into the flow of getting up when I want, going for a lovely walk. I mean, lovely as in healthy, not. It's very cloudy today. The sun has gone, but the plants need the rain, so that's fine. I've got so much like that I can be getting on with indoors, like I really don't mind. I think we're very lucky, aren't we, to have had the weather that we've had in the UK for weeks now, so come on guys, let's be grateful. Right, okay, so we're gonna start off with Capricorn. Shout out to my sister, it's her birthday today. How have I forgotten like how to shuffle cards? I don't know what I'm playing at. Oh goodness me. Right, there we go. I just needed to be more aggressive. I just had such a nice lunch. I've just had like all Mediterranean dips and like flatbreads, olives, hummus, tzatziki, baba ganoush. Char-grilled artichokes, stuffed peppers, yummy, and some wine. If you're going to be Mediterranean, you've got to go full muddy, right? Okay, spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Capricorn's highest good. How is Capricorn feeling in this 3rd week of April 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting? 3 cards for how Capricorn is feeling, please. Right, we've got the 7 of Cups and it's upright. So Capricorn, you're in a space of being at a crossroads, you know, like perhaps you've just ended something or you're looking to start something, but you don't have anything going on right now. So there's many different directions, you know, as with the crossroads, choices to be made, but, you know, not a terrible task. I'm just going to put the blinds up. I've forgotten to put it up. Hang on. That's better, isn't it? It's like night time then. The blackout blinds, so ain't nothing getting through them. Hello. Hi, JT. Right, we've got the Hermit and the 8 of Cups. Okay, so What this says to me is you are coming out of something and you're starting to isolate yourself. And, you know, what you've realised is you don't want to be in this long-term relationship or marriage anymore. Because the Hermit, in the story of the Major Arcana, and this is a Major Arcana, the Fool realises that the answers lie within him. He has to soul search and be by himself for a while to figure out what he wants and what his part of things was. In a relationship, the only two people that know what happened is the two people that were in it. And, right, I'm just going to get rid of this person. How rude was that? The Fool realises that he must walk this part of the journey alone. Okay, so it's all about your third eye, trusting your gut, listening to your own intuition, and following what you believe is the right thing for you, not what society would judge as a failed marriage, or not what society would judge as a failure to be single, or, you know, worrying about status or money or 3D earthly matters, but having a really good think about whether this is something you want to be in anymore or not. The Eight of Cups is you walking away from the relationship, okay? So, because these are in the challenge, position, you're still making that decision, okay? I think you're in the process. That makes total sense with the Seven of Cups, which is the crossroads. Hi, Rohi. I'll be answering personal questions when I get to 500 subscribers, but I'll need a super chat. I'm not going to answer questions for free. That's working for free. I do the collective readings for free, but for personal questions, you'll need to give me a super chat and then I can answer any question you want. Right, we've got so many cards that have come out here. Hang on. The Five of Swords reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Five of Wands reversed. The Hierophant reversed. The King of Swords reversed. What is going on here? So many arguments, so much unhappiness within oneself. Mixed emotions, a lack of wisdom. Harsh words being spoken or sulking. A need for growth and expansion, a lot of struggles, strife. We've got the Two of Cups upright, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and the Chariot reversed. There's been so many obstacles, challenges, things to overcome. It's caused a lot of conflict. And a lot of unhappiness within oneself. Because the Five of Swords is verbal disagreements. Okay, when that's reversed, it's like we're trying to avoid that. The Nine of Pentacles is reversed. The Nine of Pentacles upright is someone that wishes to be, well, when it's upright, it's someone that is self-sufficient. They can pay their own way. When it's reversed, it's someone who's unable to do that. The Five of Wands reversed is trying to avoid physical altercations and inner conflict. The Hierophant reversed, well, the Hierophant upright is the major arcana for Taurus. When it's reversed, it's not learning from your mistakes. So the Hierophant upright is someone who's become the teacher. They're no longer the student. They've learned so many harsh lessons from their time in this 3D reality, living as a human being, that they're now wiser. You know, they know more, they know better. When it's reversed, it's like, I've not become the teacher yet. I keep making mistakes, going against my better judgment. Now, the King of Swords, when he's upright, is air energy. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Swords represent thoughts and communication. When this is upright, it's someone who's truthful, they're full of integrity, they mean what they say, they don't speak without really thinking it through, they don't make any moves without really thinking it through. Very strategic, very logical, a fantastic writer, a reader, public speaker. When that's reversed, swords are wielded in the wrong way, meaning we're blocking communication or we're using harsh words, blunt words, hurtful words. We're being manipulative, we're using our intelligence against someone rather than for the greater good. The Eight of Pentacles is growth and expansion. It's wanting to build a future with time, money and energy. The Ten of Wands upright is someone who's been so strong for so long, but they've reached the end of that cycle. So thankfully it's coming to an end. Two of Cups is two people that feel the same for one another early on. It's when you first fall in love and it's upright. Ten of Pentacles. It's more financial, the issues here. It's more of a financial burden than an emotional one. The Two of Cups are upright. You each feel the same for one another. The problem is money. We're not able to create lasting generational wealth with the Ten of Pentacles upright. That would be money for our children, money for our grandchildren. With it being reversed, it's a loss of generational wealth. The Chariot is reversed, so it's the major arcana for Cancer. The Chariot's about forward movement, travel, success, victory, when it's reversed, there could have been loss or defeat at the last minute. We've not been victorious. Changes could be stuck, stagnant, the wheels could be off the chariot. So actually looking at it, it's a financial struggle that's going on. There's a loss of lasting generational wealth. Harsh words are being spoken, but we're not self-sufficient, Capricorn. So you're showing up as like someone that, actually, to be honest, the Nine of Pentacles reversed to someone that doesn't wish to be single. But it's interesting because you've got this decision to make, isn't it? You're at a crossroads and then you're contemplating. Maybe it's because of all the arguments. But finances shouldn't be the reason that two people split up. If you don't love each other anymore, that's one thing. But if you love each other and finances are a problem, you have to just take time to work on those and change your external realities. I mean, I can say that, you can say that, but your person might not say that. They might be throwing the dummy out because they're impatient, they don't want to wait, they want everything now. I've experienced that before. Let's get some cards for the one that you're dealing with. Right, we've got the Seven of Wands, which is competition. It's being competitive. So if you were going for a promotion, you would be giving it your best shot, putting on your best outfit, putting your game face on, rehearsing, answers to certain questions. This is a card of being competitive. The Star is wish fulfillment, and the Page of Cups is an offer of emotion or apology. The Star can also be healing, rejuvenation, recovery. It's the major arcana for Aquarius. It could be an apology, like someone's being overly competitive. They wish to heal, apologise, come forward with sorry. That could be it, because it's a combination. If it was just the Star and the Seven of Wands, I'd say they're just striving for wish fulfillment, but with the Page of Cups, there's an offer of emotion. Let's just move that. The Three of Pentacles upright, they want to work together. Yeah, this person is trying to sort things out. They're trying to problem solve. They're sorry for the arguments. They want to work together. Let's get one more. Three of Pentacles is teamwork, cooperation, coming together to build. Threes are all about community. Four of Cups is the challenge. So are they open to communication? Are they open to feelings being presented to them? Are they ready to calm down, soften up, open up? Let's get three for the outcome. King of Pentacles upright is a nice card. That's a card of financial abundance. It's being able to receive money, earn money, spend money, save money. It's a generous person. They have an abundance mindset. They gift. Their love language is to give things to people, buy things for people. They like to buy things for themselves. Okay, they enjoy material success. They enjoy making a nice home, having nice things. It's upright, so it's a very generous, wealthy person. They're well aware of their 3D reality, their earthly matters, their responsibilities. The bills get paid on time, you know, if not in advance. Very organised person, very much down to earth, grounded, in control. But very, very generous and giving as well. So that's in the outcome. That's really nice because the issue here was finances, wasn't it? I'm just going to check back to see if we had any court cards. I feel like we did. We had the King of Swords. You were showing up as the King of Swords reversed. So quite argumentative or blocked, you know, going quiet. So they must be the King of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Wands reversed is the outcome. Now that's an unstable home. When it's upright, 4 is a number of stability. The 4 walls to a house, the 4 legs to a chair. And the Four of Wands represents a public relationship, a public union, i.e. marriage or living together. Everyone knows about this in the local town. You're exclusive to one another. It's a divine union. Very, very public, very precious, well celebrated, you know. So when that's reversed, it's like there's trouble in the home, there's instability. I mean, that makes sense because there's been arguments and money problems. So, but you're showing up as a Two of Cups, so you could be early on in a living situation or early on in a marriage. You could still be quite young, but you definitely have equal feelings for one another. Now we've got the Five of Cups, which is a really, really sad card. It's grief, sadness, loss, regret. It's someone wearing black in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and they're in grief and sorrow, and they see the cups. 3 of the 5 cups are spilt, and that's emotions, being poured out, lost. It's feeling emotionally distressed, because of loss. Sometimes it's literal loss like death, or sometimes it's the end of a relationship, but yeah, it seems like things are on the rocks and it's to do with finances, but then we've got the King of Pentacles upright in the outcome. Takes a while for things to resettle, doesn't it? So let's get some shadow love oracles and see what's going on with them. Why have they got the 4 of Cups as the challenge? Right, this person is a late bloomer, so there could be a bit of an age gap between you, or they could just be someone that's being very sheltered. They're taking a while to kind of mature and have their own place, have responsibilities, and you might have got very frustrated with them because of this. They could have had like a more blasé attitude with money, but in the outcome they're showing up as becoming a King of Pentacles, becoming very responsible. So that's a good outcome. Enduring quest. 3 struggle. Build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. Hi, Hemlata. Hello. Enduring quest. Yeah, see, that's very positive to me. Like, it's like overcome the challenges. Overcome the challenges, it'll be fine. Let's get confessions from them. I'm going through a spiritual awakening. This person is evolving, okay? So if you were hoping that things need to change or you're going to leave this connection, they are changing. They're growing up. Through the struggles, we grow. The most growth happens when we're struggling. If everything was great all the time, we wouldn't spiritually grow. We wouldn't have any challenges to overcome or things to really soul search over. So this is all part of life's tapestry. I don't speak Hindi. I'm from the UK, and no, I don't speak Hindi, but hopefully you'll be able to get this translated. If the subtitles are put on, mostly they are, especially if you go on to TikTok. I post exactly the same content on TikTok. All my content's the same, and it always adds the subtitles on. Let's get some messages from this person then. So they do really care and they are going to grow up. I want to meet up with you. I think they're going to apologise because that's over the Page of Cups. I think they're going to apologise for being immature and acting like it's not important to get the finances sorted. I'm from near Liverpool in England. Send me love and healing. I'm struggling. Others are trying to tell me what to do. I'm affected by cosmic and collective energies. I'm going to give you an offer soon. I'm not stable right now, let me fix this. So they're accepting responsibility for what happened. They want to meet up, they want to apologise. They're literally like growing and evolving at the moment. So that's really positive in terms of like your relationship and what you choose to do going forwards. Move beyond the intention to believe that this is going to be okay. Have faith. Okay, it's going to work out. That's nice. Miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Okay, so you're going to get what you want, and you just want financial security. You just want this person to step up and do their half of things, and that's what they're going to do. They're not going to be immature anymore. B and community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything that you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Okay, so money is going to be absolutely fine. Lion and higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and for your tribe. Wow, that is about loyalty. Look at this lion and this lioness. They're supposed to be together. I'm doing collective readings. I'm going through the signs in zodiac order. So this is a collective reading from the sign of Capricorn. And then I'll be doing Aquarius and then Pisces. Okay. When I get to 500 subscribers, I can take super chats, which means I can do lives and I can answer your personal questions, but I'm not interrupting the group collective readings because it's going to irritate my followers. They need to see their collective weekly love reading. Right, so I'm going to put away these cards and I'm going to move on to Aquarius next. I'm very happy to answer questions that people have, like personal questions, if they give me a super chat, but I'll do it in lives dedicated to that, or make time at the end. I won't be interrupting the collective readings because that's what people tune in for, and that's my promise to them, which I'm going to keep. It's only fair as well to sort of give me payment if I'm working to get answers for you and do readings for you. Like, I don't know why anyone would expect to just get things for free. But people keep asking. I've got a full-time job as a high school teacher, and then that keeps me really busy. And then I try to do free collective readings for all of the zodiac signs. So if I'm doing any readings on top of that, they've got to be paid because it's my little tiny weeny bit of time that I have for myself, if that makes sense. Otherwise, I'm just working for free. Right, Aquarius. I'm just going to close that window because it's a bit cold today. Let's shuffle these cards. You know that takes a lot of time to do the readings, to edit them, to upload them. it takes more time doing the editing and the uploading than it does doing the readings. It's like double the work than what you realise. And it's sitting down at a desk for long hours, so do you know what I mean? It's working for free. If I just answer anyone's questions that feels like asking me something, I'm just being a slave. So I don't believe in making people pay for the collective readings. I hate the way people start to do a read and then they go, oh, I'll carry this on, and you've got to like pay to watch it. I think that's such a scam. Like, they don't need to do that. They're making money from having you watch their channel. They don't need to make you pay for like a collective reading. It's not even an individual reading. But yeah, if I'm going to sit and answer individual questions, like, I want payment for it, because these collective ones are free. I'm happy to do a 20-minute recorded reading for £18 as well, if you want a really in-depth reading that's personal to you and private. I've got an Etsy store. But I know some people just want a question answered. I buy personal readings and they really resonate for me. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aquarius's highest good. How is Aquarius feeling in this third week of April 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Aquarius's feelings, please. The King of Pentacles reversed, so money could be a problem at the moment. The King of Pentacles, when it's upright, is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's earthly matters, so Pentacles represent money or investment generally, so money, time and energy. When the King of Pentacles is upright, it's someone that's feeling very responsible. They're getting their bills paid, they're saving money. You know, money is like not an issue for them because they're able to accrue it. They're able to spend it. They're very generous with it. When you're a king or a queen, you have a lot of responsibilities and people that rely on you. When it's reversed, it could be that money's falling out of the purse or falling out of the wallet. There's a loss. Thank you. Thank you for being a responsible person. Six of Pentacles upright, the World upright, and the Hierophant upright. So, Aquarius, you have got the energy of someone who is very balanced, wanting fairness and fairness alone. 3 pentacles each, you know, equal effort going in, equal time, money and energy. The World card is upright. Now that's a major arcana. The Fool realizes that better days are coming. Okay, we have good times, bad times, good days, bad days. Sometimes feels like a bad month, but better days are coming. Okay, and it's upright. So I think you believe that at the moment. The Hierophant is the major arcana for Taurus. Okay, the Hierophant is the teacher, so it's someone that's lived many lessons and they don't make mistakes anymore. They're wise. Okay, they're not foolish. This is a wise person. They are no longer the student, they've become the teacher, and it's through experience, it's through learning hard lessons. So I think you're feeling glass is half full. It doesn't mean life's perfect, but you've got faith that you know from life experience that things will turn up, things will get better, and you're not going to stress about it. Right, we've got the Eight of Swords reversed. So we're being released from mental entrapment. If this was upright, it'd be a negative card because we'd be surrounded by swords. Swords are mental activity. Okay, she's blindfolded and she's surrounded by problems. But it's just a figment of her imagination. Like, she has got problems, but there's always a way out. When it's reversed, we're aware that there's a way out of whatever problems come up, and that is the adult way to respond to things that come up in life. We stop panicking and we realise that we've been through this enough times now to come out of it. Let's get some cards for your person, the one that's on your mind. So you're showing up as a king. Now, you could be part of a family dynamic, you could have children, you could have elderly parents, you could be married, or you could be single with children, but you're showing up as someone very responsible. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Temperance reversed. So, the Page of Pentacles is someone that's looking to invest. They're holding a coin, they're at the beginning of a journey, and they're wondering who to invest in. Okay, pages don't know anything about someone yet. They're just trying to learn, they're trying to observe and gather information, but this person's looking to invest time, money, and energy. With the Temperance reversed, it's a restless energy. The Temperance upright is the major arcana for Sagittarius. It's about managing your emotions, not getting overly angry, not getting overly upset, you know, crying, having tantrums, keeping yourself tempered, keeping that pendulum like in a gentle swing and not going, you know, crazy erratic with emotions. This person's really struggling to manage their emotions because it's reversed. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but it could just be the fact that someone's really struggling to manage their emotions when it comes to finances or investment. They're trying to find security and they're doing research about where to invest. The Emperor, hello. See, this person's bossing up, okay? They're not in the back seat. They're actively doing research to sort out these finances. And they're using intelligence, they're using wisdom, patience, understanding. If you think of all of the kings, the Emperor is all four kings. So he is the King of Swords, you know, wise, someone that gathers the information that's necessary to make a good decision. Nothing's done on a whim. Everything's calculated. The Emperor is the King of Cups, so they're very patient, understanding. They're the King of Pentacles, so they're good with money. They work hard. They like to spend money as well. What have I missed? The King of Wands, so they're very goal-orientated. They're excited. They're enthusiastic, self-motivated. They enjoy to achieve whatever goals they've got. So it's a very confident person, but they're struggling with their emotions a little bit because there's a need to make some sound financial decisions here. They want to work in a practical way. you're being more like, something will turn up, it's going to be all right, it always is, you know, like calm. They're being more assertive. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so this person's drowning in emotion, but the Queen of Cups can be a card of healing. Okay, she's being cleansed. Water cleanses us. It washes away anything that is unclean, is dirty, is distressing. Everything is cleansed, healed, rejuvenated with water. So the fact she's completely submerged, like she could be really emotional, like in a positive way, like an empathetic person, calm, understanding. I think this person's calming down, possibly because they've taken decisive action. You know, to be the Emperor and the Queen of Cups is interesting, especially having been the Temperance reversed. Let's get 3 cards for the outcome. I feel like this is a marriage reading, to be honest. You could have Taurus in your chart. They could have the Emperor's the major arcana for Aries. We've got the major for Sagittarius. So they could have those placements. Yeah, I love these cards. Like, this is probably the longest I've used a deck for in a while. Right, now we've got the Death card reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed. This can be Sagittarius energy. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with it being Wands. If it's representing Sagittarius energy, then it's someone who's attractive, confident, goal-orientated, assertive, solar plexus, you know, is highly activated. This unfinished business, and it's to do with a Queen of Wands, and this could be someone who's very angry, or it could be someone who's like promiscuous, lusty. There's some sort of unfinished business here. Now, Queen of Wands in a love reading can represent the other man or the other woman in a third party situation. So only like accept that if it fits. I'm going to look at the whole context here, and it does look like a marriage. The Death card, it's the major arcana for Scorpio. It's water energy. It's about walking through the gates and leaving behind an old chapter and starting a new one. There's a refusal to do that. There's unfinished business with the Queen of Wands. So that's in the outcome. And I don't know why that would be there in a marriage reading, because everything else seems very financial here. The Ten of Wands reverse. Someone's releasing the burdens, dropping the burdens. Let's read from the back. 6 of Swords, choosing to leave the past behind now. The High Priestess, following intuition, faith that everything will be all right, that everything's meant to be like this, it's divinely guided. It's a very spiritual, religious card, that it's more like your crown chakra and your third eye chakra. It's like faith, trust, intuition, guidance from spirit. Someone's dropping the burdens and they're moving forwards. They're going to let that baggage go. Because 6 of Swords is mental entrapment. I wonder if This is you, Aquarius, or your person. Because you've got the Eight of Swords reversed, so you're coming out of mental entrapment. There's a lot of emotion here and a lot of financial. It's all Pentacles and Cups. So much water. Ten of Cups reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed. Right, the Queen of Swords can be a divorce card. And we've got the Ten of Cups reversed, which is unhappiness within a family. Everyone's cups are empty. You know, the emotions being bled, it's being lost. The Queen of Swords is air energy, so it's logic, it's integrity, it's the truth, it's information, facts. It's a colder energy because it's off logic rather than the heart. Swords are communication, they're honest communication. When it's reversed, it can be blocked communication or blunt, hurtful communication. Now, the Queen of Swords, she can use that sword to cut ties with someone. And we've got an unhappy family dynamic here with the Ten of Cups. So it could be causing a lot of distress for children or anyone who lives within a family home. If finances are tight and there's sort of quite blunt communication about that, it will be causing disharmony. I don't know what that Queen of Wands means, why it's there, to be honest, because this person's showing up as the Emperor, then the Queen of Cups. There's too many people, like we've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords as well. It's a trying time within a family home, like for sure. Some of it's down to money, and some of it's like very emotional, like mood swings and struggling to find balance. We start off with the King and the Empress, so it's like double. Can't have a new pair of shoes, what are you on about? Oh, you mean because the money, because the financial. You're so silly. I thought it was like some kind of religious thing, like to do with Easter or something. As I was saying, it goes from a very ultra masculine energy to an ultra feminine energy. And then in the outcome, we've got two queens. So again, double feminine energy. So if both of you are in your feminine energy, you're both going to be passive, you're both going to be submissive, you're both going to expect the other person to take the initiative with communication or apologies or passion. Queen of Wands reverse, this one very angry, very, very angry and passionate. It's passion spilled over into anger and lust. The Queen of Swords reversed is someone incredibly angry who's verbally abusive or blocks communication. So, you know, those two combined under the same household does make a Ten of Cups reversed. It's not happy times. I don't know what else to say about that, really. Let's clarify and see what's been going on. Why have we got the Temperance reversed, please? Why the Temperance reversed? What are you on about? You're going to get me ruby slippers for our anniversary? Other lovers still involved with the past, cheating, secret affections. Well, I don't want to say it, but there is a Queen of Wands in this situation. Yeah, I think there's third party stuff going on here, and possibly your person's known about it. Whether you knew that they knew or not, they've known about it and they've looked the other way because, well, for a multitude of reasons, people look the other way and they act like they don't know. You know, because they think, well, if that maintains the situation, if that keeps you happy and it keeps the family together, you know, I'm just going to act like I haven't noticed or whatever. But I think they feel pissed off, like with the extra tension of finances not being great. They could be thinking, well, you know, I'm going to like bring it up, or the cheek of them like being distracted, they're probably distracted with their other fella or their other woman. Or they're spending the money on them or something like this. Emptiness echoes. In absence, feel the lonely spaces, yearning for a comforting presence. Well, that just feels like when these two people are not getting along, there's an opportunity or there's temptation to look elsewhere for emotional support, for physical contact, for everything that you don't get when things are going through a bad patch. And that, you know, bad patch can be born from poor finances or difficult times. It doesn't mean that, you know, there's terrible problems, but it drags on, doesn't it? And life becomes difficult for all. Uninteresting, unexciting, and then bam. Let's get a confession from them. I'm sorry for being so toxic. They're apologising to you. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe they don't like the idea that you're hooking up with someone else, or they want your full attention. Maybe they know it's partly their fault. Maybe they haven't been physical with you, and, you know, then they get mad at you or something. Maybe they know it's not your fault. If there's nothing third party-ish going on, maybe they know it's not your fault that finances are bad, but they just need to like express themselves, you know, over this like financial struggle. And so it's really unhelpful, you know, aggression, hurtful things being said, like, oh, my battery's low. I know I can plug it in, can't I? I keep forgetting. Because I don't use the mic now, I could just plug it in. Hang on. Okay, let's get messages from them. I see signs about you everywhere. I'm listening to my guides. Maybe they've been like flirting with other people. Maybe they've been, you know, enjoying like the company of another as well. Maybe you both do that. I don't know. Doesn't mean you're not loyal to each other in a familial sense, like in the running of a home or finances. Stop pushing me. I need to make my own choices. That's the Queen of Cups. Emptiness echoes and absence fill the lonely spaces, yearning for a comforting presence. Others are trying to tell me what to do. So there could be family getting involved, or friends, someone that they've expressed, you know, like they suspect that there's another man or another woman in the equation. People could be bringing that up, like, you know, picking at old wounds. Now that you're under financial pressure, I want to meet up with you. So we've got the Six of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands reversed. Dropping the burdens. Let me take the lead. I'm sorry for lying to you. That's the Queen of Swords reversed and the Ten of Cups. So someone could have expressed that they're really unhappy with this connection and they've not been happy for a while and they want out. And then they could be going back on it. They might have just lashed out because they're hurt, they're angry, you know. Let's get you some advice, Aquarius, because this is very tumultuous, this situation. Advice for Aquarius, please. Success in transformation. I've never had that come out, that one. Balance. The now. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. So there's a lot there about taking care of your own well-being, your own happiness, being joyful, being in the moment. I think you're on the right track with this, like, Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, knowing that, you know, the World card, knowing that better days are coming, that this is just a bad patch, that finances, you know, fluctuate naturally, it's energy coming and going, but there'll always be money, there'll always be a way out, something will always come up. You know, we could spend our lives miserable, couldn't we, like, over money, but you're striving for balance, you're trying to be in the moment, trying to be present, trying to stay down to earth, grounded. They recognise that they've been toxic and they want to fix it, okay? So maybe they've been argumentative, maybe they've been going quiet, maybe they've moved out, you know, maybe they've said, well, I'm not happy in this marriage or this house anymore. And maybe then they're like backtracking, you know, but it feels like very tumultuous. I think you're just trying to keep yourself balanced at the moment, not get all like distressed. Fellow travellers, support is all around you, so reach out, speak to friends and family if you're struggling. You know, speak to your doctor, speak to colleagues, just be honest about the situation, because everyone's going through it financially. Everyone, it's not, you know, it's not unusual, it's not weird, it's not unique to you. When you find out everyone's like dealing with shite like that, you can just let it go more. Desert Passage, trust that there's a divine plan. Okay, so these conversations are happening because they're supposed to. These struggles are happening because they're supposed to. We find out who we are. And even if that means trusting that everything's going to be all right and doing things in the 3D that help, but still we try to be in control, but mostly it's all decided for us. So we've got to find a way to cope with knowing that and accepting it, haven't we? As well. Let's get one more. I'm not going to get timing cards because I think this is a reading for two people who are married. And I think you've had a big bust up, which is pretty normal in relationships or marriages. Black Bear and Guardian. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and your power. Help me protect the ones I love, awaken my intuition and guide me. Yeah, have faith, like everything's going to be all right. Tiger and Fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Ooh, well, that kind of says that, like, if you will it, if you're focused on what you need and what you want, things are going to turn up. You know, the wheel's going to turn in your favour, and the universe will serve you with a solution. Okay, things are going to pick up, it's going to get better. It just says like it's just par for the course, all of this. It's just part of life. We all panic, don't we? I think in relationships we can take turns being confident and take turns being the one that panics and takes out on the other one and loses it a bit, but it never stays like that, it settles down. You've got to take turns being strong for one another, I think. Right, I'm going to leave that reading there, Aquarius, and I'm going to go on to Pisces. Pisces, tell me your secrets. Varying Redbeard, are you on TikTok? Or are you just a YouTuber? Pisces, okay. Let's have a shuffle because that was some stressful energy. Yeah, I used to be like proper against it, but I really like it now. hated it when it was like everything had to be under like 2 minutes. I think people post like much longer videos now. It's funny because YouTube has started to do more of a focus on shorts, and TikTok's started to do longs. Where do you stand on PlayStation? Is PlayStation okay in moderation? You're an Xbox fanboy. Apparently the average age of gamers is 39. I'll never not have one. If I have babies, they will just love me even better because they'll have a gamer mum. Okay. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Pisces' highest good. How is Pisces feeling in this third week of April 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for Pisces, please. Pisces' feelings. The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups upright. The Knight of Cups is someone who's got feels for someone else. It's a new energy. Dating. Starting to, get the feeling that you're falling in love with a person. That you're falling for them. It's a very nice romantic energy. That's lovely. The Knight of Wands is, about sex, passion. The Knight of Pentacles is someone that wants to invest. They're looking to be very serious and, be exclusive and, have a relationship, get married, have a home, have children. It's serious investment. The Knight of Swords is an urgent message. Someone who, is going to just throw out everything they need to say. It has to be delivered now. The Knight of Cups is a slow energy. It's someone who knows that they're starting to get feelings for someone, and it's a really nice romantic energy. Early days. The Ace of Swords reverse. You're keeping this to yourself. You haven't told them. It's the world's best kept secret. Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords will be a confession, major clarity, a revelation. When it's reversed, we haven't confessed. We kept this to ourselves, how we're feeling, which is quite natural, quite normal. When you start to get stronger feelings for someone that you're dating, you don't want to be the first one to say it sometimes, or you want to make sure, you want to feel like see them again and like see if you feel the same still. Like, let's get one more. I love that when you like stay awake all night thinking about someone and then the morning you feel totally rested because you're just basically completely infatuated. You got a dumb smile on your face. Right, we've got the Four of Swords and the Three of Wands. You know what you want. There's a choice between A or B. You've picked and you're going to take action. The Four of Swords is much needed respite because this whole thing is like an emotional ordeal. Not in a bad way. It's just you feel really strongly. This is what you want. You're taking the time to think about how to go about it. It's not on a whim. The Knight of Cups is a slow-moving energy. He does not want to spill any of that emotion from that cup. He wants to present it in the right possible way. He wants the person to know that they are very special to him. It's someone that's not going to change their mind. Right. For their feelings, the one that's on your mind, the one you're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in, they've got the World card and the Three of Swords. They've recently had their heart broken and they're struggling. They're struggling with their emotions a little bit. They're not sure that better days are coming. That's really sad. I wonder if that's why you're waiting on this secret. We've got the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. This poor person's had their hopes dashed and their heart broken and they are not feeling optimistic at all. They are keeping an eye on, it's like when you sleep with one eye open because you just don't trust people anymore. They really don't want to invest in anyone right now. That's really sad. No wonder you haven't told them how you're feeling. Three of Swords is heartbreak, heartache. It's the end of a relationship. The World card is a major arcana. It's trying to believe that better days are coming. We have to take life rough with the smooth. It's a very philosophical card, that one. And then the Page of Swords is observation, information gathering. That's upright. The Page of Pentacles reversed is someone that doesn't want to invest in anyone. They've withdrawn investment. So that's really, really sad. Heavy energy on their side. They're not over an ex. Because you're showing up as a knight, I don't think it's anything to do with you. I think that's them being upset over their last person. You don't want to be someone's rebound. The Hermit reversed. So they've either just come out of... I don't think they have, though, because we've still got the Three of Swords. To have the Three of Swords on the spread at the same time as the Hermit reversed, I think they haven't... They probably need some time to themselves, this person. I don't think they've done that yet. When you become the Hermit, it's not that you're not seeing anybody, but you're not getting into relationships. You're not looking for romance because the answers lie within you. You've got to soul search. You've got to do shadow work, reflect on what happened, what your part was, what their part was. Is it really over? How do I feel about that? You have time to heal, time to put your barriers up, put your walls up, because getting into something straight away would make no sense. You'd still be distressed over the other person. So I think with that being reversed is a bit of a refusal because it needs to happen. This shadow work needs to happen. There needs to be some time for this person to have a few months to themselves. And I think that's why you haven't said anything, because I mean, they will get over it, but it's like you can't rush people's healing. Let's see what comes out in the outcome. The Queen of Pentacles upright. So this is someone who's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. it's that vibe, even if you haven't got those placements. It's like, I'm good with money, I like nice things, I like to have a nice home, I like to have nice clothes, I like to buy things for other people, I'm good at making money, I like to have enough money, I like to feel secure. Someone who enjoys that tangible interaction with earth. It's upright, so money's good, able to provide for children, parents, get the bills paid, doing good in work. Right, in the challenge position for the outcome, let's read from the back. We've got the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Star, and the Death card. So, the Page of Wands, let's go one at a time. The Page of Wands is someone who is at the beginning of a journey. They're excited, they're naive, they don't really have any prior conceptions about it. It's just, I'm excited for this new direction or whatever. The Two of Wands reversed is refusal to make a choice. Okay, I'm excited to take a direction, but I don't know which one. The Star is healing or wish fulfillment. The Death card is letting go of the past and moving into the future. So we've got your major arcana. Sorry, no, that's Scorpio, isn't it? Sorry, Pisces, that's Scorpio, you're the moon. We've got the Star and the Death card. I think there's healing going on, and there's leaving the past behind, walking through the gates into a new chapter. They were in the challenge, weren't they? They were all in the challenge position. So that is the challenge. Can we let go of the past and move on? Now that I think that's them, because they had heartbreak and they didn't want to invest in anyone. Let's get one more for the outcome. Hi, Aditi. I'm just doing a collective reading, and most of the way through a collective reading for the sign of Pisces. You'll find the other signs. If you're interested in the other signs, you'll find them if you click on lives. The lives playlist, you'll see all the lives with all the different signs. The Seven of Pentacles reversed, one feels like, you know, they're thinking about the past, they're reflecting on what's been cultivated so far, and they don't feel like it's been enough. It hasn't been enough. It's that glass half empty vibe again. Why have we got the World card and the Three of Swords, please? What happened to this person to make them so sad and heartbreaking? The one that's showing up. I mean, we've got the Major for Virgo. And we've got Earth energy. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or someone who has that in their chart. Don't have to be. Starting over, ending it and moving on. Trying again, the ex is back. Maybe they had a do-over with an ex and they just really did a number on them this time and it was a big mistake. Teasing, dangling partial truths, needing answers and shifting. Someone proper done a number on this person and really screwed them over. That's not nice. People do that. They take advantage because they know you got feelings for them. They're like, they want to feel that like level of emotion again from someone, but they they don't have those feelings themselves. It's horrible. Shards of love, past trauma leave scars, take time to heal yourself. This person needs to have some time alone, guys. They haven't done their hermit work yet. They're really disturbed by what's gone on. They're feeling really vulnerable. And they're not going to be open to you presenting your feelings to them because you need to feel like confident, balanced, like you could take a bit of hurt if it were to happen. You need to feel hopeful, foolish, you know, reckless. You got to feel like on the right side of things. If you feel on the opposite side of things, like really hurt, traumatized, negative, downbeat, downtrodden, like you can't cope with another disappointment, that isn't the time to like take a leap of faith with someone. They need to do some time solo to heal. Someone's really screwed them over, big style. They wouldn't be receptive, you know, it wouldn't be because you're not the right person, but they're not looking at anyone at the moment. And you'll see signs when they are. They'll start posting their selfies, looking good. They'll, you know, start just showing happy times with friends and family, and you'll just get someone's vibe. You know, people just appreciating like normal things, like a lovely sunny day. You'll see that they're in a space of gratitude, and then you'll be like, right, it's the right time. I think you're very funny. Maybe you've tried to cheer this person up. Maybe you've tried to like, maybe you're already like friends with them, you know, or you've dated a bit and you just realised like they've only just come out with something, they're not really ready. I don't know, you might just be in the talking phase with this person, but they think you're very funny. They like your sense of humour, you make them laugh, which is always like, I always think that's like in the direction of kindness. If you just want to make someone laugh or make them smile, that's very wholesome, that's very nice. Generally, fuck boys or fuck girls can't be bothered doing that, so they just don't. Because why would they invest anything in you? Do you know what I mean? Let's get messages from this person. I'm ready for a fresh start with you. Oh, that's cute. That's nice. I'm going to give you an offer soon. I don't have the energy for this right now. Okay, so it's not going to be immediate. This is going to be, you know, evolving when they've had some time to heal. That's the direction that things are going to go. Just bide your time. No one's going anywhere. I'm not stable right now. Let me fix it. I want to make this work. I really miss you. My heart hurts. So I think, you know, it's normal to look back and miss the person that you've literally just broken up from. And I think that's because that was over the Seven of Pentacles reversed. You know, they just need some time, don't they? They can't be jumping from one thing into the next because your head hasn't processed what's gone on. Your heart hasn't healed. You're not ready. So let's get a time in for when this will come together, when you can really get the ball rolling on this and wine and dine them. Look, how good am I? Not the right time yet. It just isn't. It just wouldn't be appropriate. Do you know what I mean? Like, it'd fall flat to do anything right now. And that's fair, because people are just being honest. How messed up would they be if they didn't, like, you know, get upset over a breakup? They would be a robot, wouldn't they? Or a narcissist or something. So we're not judging people for just doing normal healing after, like, a relationship has ended. Let's get some advice for you then, Pisces. As I say, like, you'll know when their vibe has changed and they're more upbeat and carefree and, happy by themselves. Like, you'll just know, you'll be able to tell. Raw intention. I see that as like, honest kind of intentions towards someone. You've manifested a person into your life and you've thought about what qualities you want them to have, and here they are coming in, but timing is everything, isn't it? You are light. I think you bring this person a lot of happiness, and I think they're going to continue to heal when they do meet you. Feed your artist. That's a nice one. Get creative. Maybe some of the things that you like, they'll like as well. They don't have to. What's your honest truth? Ooh. What's your honest truth? There's time for self-discovery, isn't there, on both sides here? Like, we don't have to, it's nice to like someone or crush on someone or think that you might be falling for someone, but we need to remember who we are and continue to develop ourselves, because everything that we spend time doing can be interesting to that person when we do start dating them. So let's not forget to continue developing ourselves and having a very rounded lifestyle. Yeah, overthinking can spoil the magic. We're not going to make it into an agony. Cozy up with risk, okay? When we're living our best lives, we're happy, we're smiling, we're laughing. It's very attractive to people when they see us, like, visiting places, checking things off the to-do list, like, top things we want to do before we die. Like, when you are living your best life, it's so attractive to the person, and they want to be happy. Ultimately, they want to find happiness again, and they don't want to feel down anymore. It gets so hard to be down anymore when you've been down for a really long time, that all they'll want is to actively, like, feel upbeat. And if you come across someone who's having a good life and is upbeat and is funny and nice to be around and fun and doing nice things, they're gonna, like, love you, aren't they? Limitations inspire innovations. Oh, I like that. I was saying this because my year 11 form, I've only got 4 more weeks with them, so I had to write, like, a little speech to them that's going to get printed in the yearbook. And my main message was, like, you can have the life that you want. There's always a way around. Things are not black and white. There's loads of grey area. You can find your way into different careers, live in many different places, and you can have the life that you want. Because I remember, like, when I left school, I thought everything was black and white, and it was just a big fat no. Like, if something didn't happen straight away, it always seems like something isn't possible, but life is miraculous and opportunities come up. Life will bring things to you, but limitations inspire innovations, I think, is about us finding our way around stuff. Don't give up. Do not give up. Oh, I love that. That's so deep. I'm a very deep person. Let's get you some more advice. You got a lot. You definitely got a lot there. How fast did that fly out then? Desert passage. Trust that there's a divine plan. The timing has to be right for this, and this person won't be given to you until this is the right time for them and for you. So perhaps there's things that you still need to work on not like work on, but just enjoy life. Like, you don't have to be codependent on anyone or obsessive over anyone. Only allow yourself to like think about this so many hours of the day, and then make sure that you're living your best life with your friends, your family, your colleagues, doing your hobbies. You know, keep being interested, because if you just stop and you just, you know, go psycho over like a person, you stop being interesting. You want to have things to talk about when you date this person. You want to have, you know, work to show them that you've created. You want to keep maintaining and looking out for the people that are important to you, so you can share that with them. They're not going anywhere, you know, so just chill out. Elephant and greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. I love that. That's a very upbeat reading after the very depressing Aquarius one. It was really depressing. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So that concludes the Pisces reading. If you liked it, please give it a like. Please repost, share the channel, support the channel. When I get to 500, I'll start doing lives where I answer your personal questions in return for a super chat, guys. I'm not going to sit and work for free. Don't ask me to do that, please. I know I'm going to get people like saying I want this question answering, and they haven't given me anything for it. So I'm going to have to think about how to approach that. I might have to get my laptop out and make sure I can scroll up easily. I know some people have like Calendly, don't they? And they get people to pre-book, but I think I'm just going to do lives. I told my mentor when I qualified teaching, because she really like did so much to get me through that course, like I told her she can have free readings for life, and she sort of laughed it off at the time. Then recently she asked me for one, so I'm going to do a reading. There you go. It's never out of the question people can start to enjoy tarot or start being curious about tarot. I never ever thought I'd become a tarot reader, have my own channel. I looked down on people who watched tarot because I didn't know what it was. You know, when you get people coming into these chats, don't you, like, what the hell is this? That was probably me in the past. But, you know, it's a spiritual awakening, so we're all learning all the time, aren't we? Right, take care. Have a good rest of your evening. I should be having a drink because it's my sister's birthday. So I don't think I'll be on again tonight. But take care. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Varying Redbeard.